And one farm family in St. Landry Parish, well, they always use wheat to diversify their crops. I'm talking about Charles and Denise Cannatella.
In this week's Louisiana Farm Life with Rebecca Buchanan, Rebecca takes us out to the Cannatella's outdoor farms in Melville, Louisiana. That's where Denise Cannatella invites us to look at her best-kept secret that she needs to be sharing.
Farm-raised, farm-grown, and family-friendly. That's how Denise Cannatella describes her style in the kitchen.
We don't eat to live in South Louisiana, we live to eat. And so, I mean, food is kind of like the glue that brings everybody together.
Cooking fresh, safe, nutrient-rich foods is a passion for Denise. From the heart of her home, this farm woman, farm wife, and mother of two cans fresh salsa and jams with produce from her garden. But for everything else, she looks to her neighboring farmers.
Like most moms, you know, when I go to the grocery store, I like fresh produce. I like fresh meats, you know. I like locally grown if I can find it, because you know your farmer and you know their practices.
At Cannatella Outdoor Farms, they grow soybeans, corn, milo, some wheat, and beef. It's a family tradition that's grown and evolved over the years to span 3,500 acres in Melville. It's also grown to include the Long River Lodge, a shooting clays getaway on the back side of the farm.
It's kind of a way, you know, for people to come back and connect with the farm, and then also you cook for them sometimes, so it's kind of an extension of what you love about the farm.
That's right. I get to hone my cooking skills even more whenever we have a group out here.
Her little slice of heaven, tucked away in this tranquil corner of the farm, Denise invites people to enjoy the natural beauty that comes with rural living and shares her passion for American-grown food through her cooking. As the chair of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Women's Leadership Committee, she encourages other farm families to do the same.
You need to stop keeping the best kept secret to yourselves.
The secret of life on the farm. Denise leads by example, working with farmers and people across the state, sharing the story of Louisiana agriculture. It's something she hopes inspires the next generation, including her son, Vincent.
As a child, I was unaware that some kids didn't know, where corn comes from, or where, a steak comes from, or ham. And she got to go into, cities, to the schools, and teach kids this, and kids just had no idea what was going on. It's just they were so disconnected. I tend to like to be out there and sharing our story. I see how hard my family works growing food for this world, and it's my job to share what my husband and my son are doing, and my friends in this industry.
But farmers like Vincent Cannatella say it's not an easy story to tell.
I can tell you what fertilizer I'm using here and there, and if I tell another farmer, that they understand, and if they kind of have a question, I can tell them why, and they'll understand it. But to explain to somebody that doesn't even know how to plant a seed in the ground to get something to grow, it's a big gap to bridge, and you have to have certain skills that I think most farmers they don't have that to make that bridge in communication.
Denise says sharing the fruits of her family's labor is the best way to honor her family and help others understand the truth about what they do on the farm and the truth about the food people eat.
You're entitled to eat what you want. You're entitled to spend your money on the type of food you want. But if you think one is not good for you, not safe, and the other is, you need to make sure that's true. And then I like to give them the research, because on Ag in the Classroom and with Women's, for Farm Bureau, we have a lot of resources that we've come across and stored. Everything in life begins and ends with agriculture, if you want to look at it that way. We use it every single day in almost any and everything we touch as well as eat. And I just feel like in order for our livelihood to continue and be sustained, we need to educate people about agriculture.
Well, Denise is all about sharing her family's best-kept secret. She even sent me home with some of her homemade salsa that was absolutely amazing. And that lodge there is beautiful. So if you're looking for a weekend getaway, I highly recommend it. But the neatest thing about Denise is her passion for agriculture. And I mean, it shows in all the things she does with the kids, teachers, other farmers. I mean, that was amazing to me.
It's only been a short time ago that she became the chair of the Women's Leadership Committee for the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. But what she's done in the time that she's gotten there is really amazing. It's really brought a lot of energy, and Denise email still has a lot of influence on it, because she's on the National American Farm Bureau Women's Leadership Committee, so she's still very involved. So I think the two of them being involved with the women's leadership committees really makes for a great
Yeah, and just
combination.
that passion that she brings to the table, you know what I mean? It's just goes into you, and so I mean it was awesome getting to be part of that, and to hear her son say that he was so proud of what she's done as well was very cool.
Great
So
story.
Keep it up, ladies.
Thanks a lot, Rebecca Buchanan.